Okay, if you're ready, we can get started. Okay. Let me share the board to see what we have today. Okay. Well. Okay. Well, today, are you afraid of number 13? Okay. Let's talk about superstition. So actually, before I ask you, before asking question, I want to talk about this word because I think it's a really interesting topic, of course. So you can see the meaning. Could you please read the meaning of it?
Superstition, the belief that particular events happen in the way that cannot be explained by reasons or science.
Yeah.
The belief that particular events bring good or bad luck.
Yeah, great. Actually, it's a belief, yeah, in good or bad luck. So in magic, or for example, luck. And many people have all around the world have, I don't know, the superstition and about different things. So in different countries, so people have different superstitions. And if you believe you are superstitious,
Superstition.
of course. Superstitious is someone who believes in superstitions. Okay, tell me about, first, do you believe, and tell me about the most common superstitions in your country?
Don't wear hat. Don't wear hat inside the building or inside the house. It makes you shock. Yeah. Especially teenager will be short, not tall, if you wear hat inside the house.
Really? So it's for a kid. So it's like, you know, it's just for kids, not for adult, not just for, yeah, got it.
And
So
the second is
so don't wear, yeah, just let me correct it. So don't wear hats indoor. Indoor, of course, like inside a building or for example, your house, because people say that it can stunt your growth, stunt your, yeah, of course, stunt your growth. That is actually, so when we say stunt, like, you know, make slower, slow down, or maybe stop. So slow down or stop your growth. That was interesting. Yeah.
Stop your growth.
Yeah.
Stunt your growth.
Yeah. Stunt your growth. That is slow down. Stop it. Yes. And the next one.
Yes. In Tet holiday, in the New Year holiday, we should not sweep the house because we will sweep away on the fortune and luckiness.
That's so interesting. That is
in
so.
the
We have some other super. Yeah, we have some funny. Yeah. So during, so it's just actually the New Year holiday, just or during, just the first day or no?
During.
Okay, during. So you shouldn't sweep the house. Yeah. So actually, because you believe that you will sweep away all your good luck. So sweep away all your luck, yeah, or fortune. So because of this, you shouldn't do this. Yeah. It's so interesting.
Sweep away.
Yeah, sweep away.
Luckiness. Yeah.
Yeah, for sweep away, for example, your luck and fortune. Yes.
Fortune. Yeah. And
Just let me write something. When I say luck, sorry, I should say good luck because, you know, we have also bad luck. I mean good luck. So, okay.
And don't give the broom and bride a set of glasses. A set of glasses. A set of teapot, right? Because it's easily broken. Glasses or the teapot like this.
Yeah.
Teapot. Because it's a symbol of broken thing, broken relationship. So don't give bright and pruned the set of glasses in their wedding or for the wedding's present.
Yeah, got it. That's so interesting. So actually, you shouldn't give, you know, newly wedding, just something like a set of, I don't know, tea glasses, or for example, as a gift, set of tea glasses or glasses, okay? Because they're easy to break. They're easy to break, and breaking them, like, you know, could symbolize a broken relationship. So it can symbolize a broken relationship.
Yeah, it
So
can symbolize a broken relationship.
Yeah, it can symbolize. So because, you know, so you shouldn't give set of glasses, okay? Tea glasses, for example, glasses or tea glasses. Okay, because you know when you said pot, what you actually just showed me is not pot, it's actually tea glass. So a small glass cup. Yeah, of course, like, you know, small glass cups used for drinking tea. So that is tea glasses. And they're actually easy to break. They're easy to break, of course. So it's like broken relationship. That is so interesting. Of course, so all around the world, we have other superstitions, so different things. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. So for example, so breaking, do you have this? Like, you know, if you break a mirror, bad luck would follow you. Yeah.
Yes.
Of course. Unfortunately, not now, but yeah, that is so common superstition. Like, you know, don't break a mirror. It can bring bad luck, of course. Or I don't know, walking under a ladder can bring bad luck. So different things. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and so many people actually refuse to schedule important events on Friday the 13th because Friday the 13th is unlucky. I don't know. Yeah. Well, so as you can guess, we want to talk about superstitions. So let me ask you, do you believe in these superstitions or no? You feel like just some beliefs from just ancestors and very, I don't know, many years ago. So it's like,
Can you say it again?
do you believe in superstitions? This
No,
type
I
of
don't believe it. I don't
yeah.
believe anything about superstition.
Yeah. And could you why this is yours. Yeah, of course. I can see that is so interesting. Well, okay, let's see. Do's and don'ts. So during Tet in Vietnam. So let's see which one. Setting all debts before the Tet holiday. Do you do this?
Setting on debts before the Tet holiday, yes.
Yes. Okay, so eating dog meat, okay, squid and shrimps during Tet.
Duck meat, squid, shrimp during Tet.
Shrimp, yeah.
Everything. I eat everything.
So yes. Oh, you eat
Yes.
everything, so it's yes,
Yes.
but it's actually part of culture, right?
Yes, we
Oh, okay.
don't. Yeah, we can eat everything.
Yeah, got it. And yeah, you said
Sweep the
no,
floor.
so
No.
sweeping the floor,
Yeah.
no.
No.
Wearing new colorful, beautiful clothes with light color. I like this one.
Yes. Yes.
That is
Yes. Yes. Yes.
perfect. I like this one. And
Definitely.
departing or starting your business on the 5th of January.
No.
No.
Anytime.
Yeah, so no. Okay, yeah, that is so. So it's like don't and do's, but I like this one. I think is the most, the best one. So I think every culture should have like this when it's New Year. So you should, of course, we do. We normally do. Of course, I don't know, do some shopping for New Year. Yeah. So yes. Well, so we talked about the first one. So you are not superstitious. Good. Very good. And the next one is coincidence. Of course, you can see the meaning of this word here, coincidence. And first, let's see, it's common, okay, it's common in American. And like the best synonym for it is chance. So, yeah, for example, it was like strange coincidence that we both wore the same outfit today. So when two or more things happen at the same time by accident without being planned. So I name it chance. By chance. Because of course you haven't planned, but it happens. So it can be coincidence that it rains every time I put on a white. Yeah, of course. Like, of course, it cannot be a coincidence so that it rains every time I put. Yeah. So this is the next one. And well, let's see. Tell me about this word, taboo. That is like a prohibition. Yeah, talking about something or doing something is forbidden is and avoided because of social or maybe cultural rules. So we can say that the good synonym is prohibition. Okay, tell me about, yeah, one taboo in your country.
Yes. Talking about the date when we travels on when we are traveling or when we are in a car, when we are in a train. Yes.
Yeah.
It is a taboo in Vietnam. It's taboo. Talking, yes, talking about that.
Um,
Yes, when we are in the car, in the train,
yeah.
when we are traveling, yeah, is a
Yeah.
taboo in Vietnam. Yes.
Yeah, of
Or in
course.
the ship, in the bar, in the
Yeah.
boat, yeah, in the boat.
Yeah, of course. Well, and so of course every country I think we have yeah some like forbidden topics that normally people don't ask or don't talk about.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, of course. So, well, okay. For example, you are not allowed to talk about people's religion. That is so forbidden, especially at work. So this is like, no, not at all. So we don't ask about money, people's religion. So it's definitely forbidden. It's like a taboo. So people, because it's too personal and people feel uncomfortable. So they don't like. Yeah.
Yeah. If we ask if we ask the women about their age, about their
No,
family,
it's not. It's, yeah.
salary, and
No, no,
salary.
definitely no. So let me say, actually, it depends. Yeah, it depends on the situation. For example, at work, especially at work, you shouldn't ask someone, I don't know how much they earn. Not at all. It's rude. We don't
How
like
much?
it. It's, yeah.
How much?
For
What? How
example,
much?
I ask you how much you earn every
Yeah.
month. Okay, so it's rude. It's not good. Or for example, I don't know, when it's gathering, when it's party, okay, everywhere, you shouldn't talk just deeply about people's religion. It's not good, okay? Because people maybe feel they're judged or they feel uncomfortable. So it's not really good to ask. And of course, two different. So we have a rule. If someone can't change something in three, maybe second or in a short period of time, like a short time, don't talk about it, don't mention. For example, I can say that, okay, so there was something wrong with the t-shirt, like just clean it. It's okay, it's normal. And you can, okay, it's okay. But your weight, your age, definitely no, because people don't like. That is impolite, especially if you ask. Yeah, in classroom, for example, when I have a kid student, okay, I can ask why, because I know what material, what book, okay, what method of teaching is, because they are kids or teenagers, so it's okay, and I'm older. But asking about in casual conversation, so asking about people's way, or for example, age is too impolite. So we don't do this. It's like a taboo. We don't, people don't like. But of course, again, it depends on the person. So for example, to me, age does not really matter. So I don't care. I always say my age. It's okay. So, but it's not good. It's a part of
In
culture.
Vietnam, we can talk about religions, politics, uh, mm, maybe a wage.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right. Yeah.
we can talk to them.
But you know, for
Or
example,
and
of course, yeah.
it's common when we ask about the age in Vietnam. How old are you? Yeah, it's common question.
It's common, of course. It's not important. So as I told you, it's like a different, you know, it depends on the culture. Or for example, yeah, sometimes something is really normal. In some countries, yes, in some countries, no. But for example, talking about politics, as you said, of course, we can easily talk about politics. But for example, at just workplace, or I don't know, it's like a gathering, family gathering. So it's party. So no, because maybe people don't like that situation, people don't like, so we avoid. But of course, so normally I'm talking to my friend, maybe I want to talk about, I don't know, politics. So it's okay. But especially when it's like a gathering that people want to enjoy, it's forbidden. Don't talk about something like money. Don't talk about something like religion. Okay, so just this. Yeah, maybe people feel like uncomfortable if they're asked. And you know, especially women hate being asked about their age. Yeah, really. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay. The next one, click to unwilling. So yeah. Could you read it, please?
Cling to.
Yeah.
To be unwilling to lose something or stop doing something. In many parts of Vietnam, people still cling to the belief that sons are better than daughters.
Yeah.
Daughters.
Like, to stick something. Yeah. To stick, especially to stick closely to something. To stick to something. Now, it can be emotionally or physically, both of them. So, for example, yeah, people still cling to belief that sons are better than daughters. Oh, really? No way. Okay. Uh, so, for example, I try to cling to the hope that everything would be great, so that is, I stick. So this can be, as I told you, like, when you hold something tightly, it can be emotionally or physically, so you can use it. Yeah. Yeah, of
You
course.
hold something, you hold tightly something.
Yeah, hold tightly as to stick to something, like to hold tightly or to stick to something. It can be a belief. It can be something like, because when we say hold tight, okay, for example, the little boy clung to his mother. Yeah. So, for example, I don't know, as like she tried to leave the room because of this, the little boy clung to his mother. Yeah. So cling to, that can be an action. Holding onto something tightly. And of course, the past form of it, clung, clung, and preposition to. Yeah. Well, the next one. Okay.
Stick to someone.
Irrational. Rational, irrational. Okay, so irrational, and just we have two words, that we have prefixes like ir, im, in, on, okay, and we add them actually to change the meaning, normally to make an adjective, like for example, negative. Now, irrational, unreasonable. Okay, so here, not based on or using clear logical. So I can say the best synonym is unreasonable. Unreasonable, of course. Her mom always complained about Tommy, my new cat. I think it's irrational. Now, rational is reasonable. Okay, to say that black cats bring bad luck. So it's not based on clear thinking or logic. Logical, it's not logical. It's not reasonable.
Reasonable.
Yeah. So rational, logical, irrational, unreasonable.
Irrational.
Of course, irrational, of course. Irrational, that is. It's not reasonable. It's not acceptable. It's not logical. Like, to say that, okay, just because they bring bad luck, so we shouldn't keep them at home. Well, let's talk about the words. So let's get started making some sentences and phrases to see if we learned or not.
Irrational. Irrational. Um, Irrational. It was irrational. For me to pay much. It was irrational for me to pay too much for the meal. To pay too much for the meal, for that meal, or for the meal.
Yeah,
Meal.
okay. So it was okay. Now, it was irrational, okay, for me to pay so much for example, the meal. Of course, it's good, irrational, good one. So just if I were you, I would say it was pretty. You know, for some adjectives, of course, it's better just quiet, pretty. Like, why not make them more natural? It was pretty, just yeah. Or yeah, I want to give you now. That is perfect. Is good. Now, if I want to make it a little more just maybe casual or native, I want to give you a native alternative. Exactly the same. It was a bit of, a bit crazy of me to pay that much for the bill. So it was, oh, wow. Okay. It was a bit crazy of me to pay, for example, that much for the meal. This one is another, this is native, actually, maybe alternative that you can use. Yeah.
It was a bit crazy of me.
Of course.
That much.
Or when you want to say that something is, maybe because you may hear this is common idiom that you normally hear. When people say out of line, out of line. What is the meaning? Yeah, of course. What is the meaning of this? Let me put this here. Okay, this one. Okay. What is the meaning of this idiom? Actually, when something is unreasonable, it's not acceptable, okay? We use it. For example, I want to say, paying that much for the meal was out of actually line. So this is another form of your answer. Yeah. Oh, paying that much was out of line or pretty out of line. So I would go for like, adding something like a word like pretty or quiet. So I like it. So out of line again. But your sentence was correct. Okay, the next one.
I want to cling to my kiss. I want to cling to my kiss when we say goodbye.
Cling to your kids when you say goodbye. Okay, let's make it better. Of course. Well, it's okay. I always want to cling to my kids when we say goodbye. That is really good. Yes.
I could. I wish I could cling to my kiss. I wish I could.
This one. Okay, both of them. They're correct. Okay, they're correct, and you can use. Okay. I wish I could cling. Now, we have another, maybe because actually I'm trying to give you this alternative because we normally use them. So it happened and we normally use them. When we say cling, as I told you, it's like hold, especially physically, hold onto something tightly. So you can also say, for example, I just want to hold onto my kids, hold onto. Hold onto, exactly the same as cling, okay? So, but this one is more natural. Hold onto. Yeah, of course. For example, oh, I can't help, but cling to my kids when we have to say goodbye. I can't help but means I can stop myself. So you can say, I can't help, okay, but cling to my kids. I don't know when we say goodbye, when we have to say goodbye. We have to say goodbye. So let me make it, okay, this. What is the meaning of I can't help, I can't stop? I can't stop doing something. I can't stop myself. So another phrase that you can use. Yours was correct. You can also say, hold on to, okay? Especially because you love something or someone. So we say hold on to. Yes.
Hold on to.
Yeah, of course. This sentence, like when we use hold on to, this very natural. And, you know, in everyday conversation, you can easily use, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can easily use a clean. And just let me say, clean, clean. So they're different.
Yeah.
Clean. Yeah, clean.
Clean.
Clean, of course. Because when you say clean,
Clean.
people, yeah,
Clean.
may get confused.
Clean.
Like, okay, this is clean,
Clean.
C-L-E-A-N. So like a little bit.
Clean.
Well, we say they're like minimal pairs with slightly difference in pronunciation. And if you don't actually pronounce it correctly, maybe people will get confused. Well, the next one, taboo.
Taboo. I don't talk about weight and age. Um, uh,
I don't talk about weight and age.
as a taboos in some countries culture.
Well, okay. Uh, Good one. But if yeah, of course, I don't talk about weight or age because it's considered. It's considered a taboo in some culture. Yeah, very good. Or you can say, I avoid talking. Or talking about weight and age is a taboo in some cultures. So I just don't bring it up. Bring it up. So this is another one. So talking about weight and talking about age is considered a taboo in some cultures. So I just don't bring it up. I don't talk about it. Yeah. And yours was correct, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. The next one, coincidence.
Coincidence. It was coincidence when I met him in the restaurant. It was coincidence when I met him in the restaurant.
Okay, it was a coincidence when I met him. Okay. Met, no. Because you are talking about something that happened suddenly, you don't say meet. Meet is something organized. So you can say I ran into. Run into means to see someone suddenly, okay, by accident. So this one is better. So run into, that past form is ran into. It's a casual way that, you know, to say that unexpectedly, okay, you meet someone.
When? we ran into.
Yeah, when, of course, you can say, for example, it was coincident, okay, like when I ran into him at a restaurant, or when I bumped, that is another. Bump into, again, means to see someone suddenly, like, unexpectedly. Bump into. They are the same. Run into, bump into. For example, when I bumped into him at the restaurant, it was coincidence. Or it was considered, okay?
Coincidence, yeah.
Of course. So bump into, run into, both of them are good phrases that you can use a casual way to say that you unexpectedly meet someone somewhere. Yes. And superstition.
Coincidence, superstition. My grandmother taught us many things of superstition. She taught us many things about superstition.
Yes, my mother, my grandmother taught us a lot about superstitions, of course. A lot about, yes. Of course. And let me say something about this, because we use this actually phrasal verb, pass down. When we actually give something from actually my grandmother to mother, mother to me, me to my daughter, I can use the verb pass down. For example, pass down many stories. Pass down superstition, pass down, for example, belief. So my grandmother passed down superstitions a lot. Or for example, to us. So it's like everything. Yeah. So pass down is another phrasal verb that you can use. It's not only about superstition, everything that you give to your family. That is passed down. You pass down something. Well, yeah.
Pass down.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it was real. So it was fact. Yes, your grandmother,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Yes,
Yeah.
my mom and my grandmother.
You're so lucky, you're so lucky. You have your mom, you have your grandma.
My aunt, my mom, my grandparents
Good for
passed
you.
down a lot.
Yeah,
Passed down the superstition a lot.
yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to have them in my life, but so you're so lucky. Well, let's watch the video and let's see, where do superstitions come from? Let's see. Okay, wait a moment, please. Well.
Superstition, that's right.
Yes.
Maybe come from the experience.
Maybe superstitions come from. Let's see. I think we have TED Talk. I could find it. Okay. Okay, so
superstition come from.
yes. Do you need subtitle?
Yes.
Are you afraid of black
You can see.
cats?
That's all.
Would you
Okay.
open an umbrella indoors? And how do you feel?
This is our superstition. Yeah, opening umbrella indoor bring bad luck.
Indoor.
You shouldn't do this.
About the number 13?
13.
Whether or not you believe in them, you're probably familiar with a few of these superstitions. So how did it happen that people all over the world knock on wood or avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks? Well, although they have no basis in science, many of these weirdly specific beliefs and practices do have equally weird and specific origins. Because they involve supernatural causes, it's no surprise that many superstitions are based in religion. For example, the number 13 was associated with the biblical Last Supper, where Jesus Christ dined with his 12 disciples just before being arrested and crucified. The resulting idea that having 13 people at a table was bad luck eventually expanded into 13 being an unlucky number in general. Now, this fear of the number 13, called triskaidekaphobia, is so common that many buildings around the world skip the 13th floor, with the numbers going straight from 12 to 14. Of course, many people consider the story of the Last Supper to be true, but other superstitions come from religious traditions that few people believe in or even remember. Knocking on wood is thought to come from the folklore of the ancient Indo-Europeans, or possibly people who predated them, who believed that trees were home to various spirits. Touching a tree would invoke the protection or blessing of the spirit within. And somehow, this tradition survived long after belief in these spirits had faded away. Many superstitions common today in countries from Russia to Ireland are thought to be remnants of the pagan religions that Christianity replaced. But not all superstitions are religious. Some are just based on unfortunate coincidences and associations. For example, many Italians fear the number 17 because the Roman numeral XVII can be rearranged to form the word vixi, meaning my life had ended. Similarly, the word for the number 4 sounds almost identical to the word for death in Cantonese, as well as languages like Japanese and Korean that have borrowed Chinese numerals. And since the number 1 also sounds like the word for must, the number 14 sounds like the phrase must die. That's a lot of numbers for elevators in international hotels to avoid. And believe it or not, some superstitions actually make sense. Or at least they did until we forgot their original purpose. For example, theater scenery used to consist of large painted backdrops, raised and lowered by stagehands who would whistle to signal each other. Absent-minded whistles from other people could cause an accident, but the taboo against whistling backstage still exists today, long after the stagehands started using radio headsets. Along the same lines, lighting 3 cigarettes from the same match really could cause bad luck if you were a soldier in a foxhole, where keeping a match lit too long could draw attention from an enemy sniper. Most smokers no longer have to worry about snipers, but the superstition lives on. So why do people cling to these bits of forgotten religions, coincidences, and outdated advice? Aren't they being totally irrational? Well, yes. But for many people, superstitions are based more on cultural habit than conscious belief. After all, no one is born knowing to avoid walking under ladders or whistling indoors. But if you grow up being told by your family to avoid these things, chances are they'll make you uncomfortable, even after you logically understand that nothing bad will happen. And since doing something like knocking on wood doesn't require much effort, following the superstition is often easier than consciously resisting it. Besides, superstitions often do seem to work. Maybe you remember hitting a home run while wearing your lucky socks. This is just our psychological bias at work. You're far less likely to remember all the times you struck out while wearing the same socks. But believing that they work could actually make you play better by giving you the illusion of having greater control over events. So in situations where that confidence can make a difference, like sports, those crazy superstitions might not be so crazy after all.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. Yeah, superstitions. Okay. Let me share the board. Well, so the first one, where do superstitions come from according to the widow? Coincidence and
Coincidence.
of course religion. Religion is really important,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
And outdated advice. Oh. So it's like outdated some advice from some people maybe who believe in, but of course, yeah, of course.
Can you share? Can you share?
Oh,
the
I'm not
screen?
sharing?
Yeah.
Sorry. I would like I'm sharing. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, how about now? Good. So, yeah, of course, outdated advice.
Okay.
And yeah, of course. So, but if you believe in something, actually, maybe the power of it can change. For example, and we have it, celebrities, sport players, athletes, so famous people, so they believe in something. For example, if I wanted, just, I don't know, if I have match, if I want to play game, competition, I wear, for example, white socks. Because if I wear another color, it will bring bad luck. And people believe, and it works. Actually, the point is here that sometimes when you believe in something, I don't know, maybe the magic of your mind power, like, it can be true, like it can be real. It can come true when you believe in something strongly. Like, okay, it's so common. So knocking at wood, it's so common. I think in different countries, people have this maybe like habit, or we can say superstition. And maybe it's so easy because people think that it prevents bad luck. So when you say something positive, maybe some people knock on wood. Oh, that's so interesting. Do you have it? Knock on wood. Do you have it? Do you have this? Yeah?
Superstition?
No, knocking on wood. Knocking on wood. When, for example, do you have it? No?
Knocking on wood?
Yeah, let me show you. This is knock. Look, for
Knocking
example.
on wood, yes.
Yeah, knocking on wood. So, of course,
No,
when you say
I
something
don't have it.
positive, you do? Yeah, we do.
Yes.
We do.
Oh,
Of course, we
tell me
do.
more. Tell me more about that.
Okay, so for example, you're talking about something positive, something good, okay? And when I do this, actually, I want to prevent bad luck. If I don't do this, maybe, for example, you say, I've never been in a car accident, knock on wood. It means, okay, just I want to prevent bad luck, so it actually won't happen to me in future. So this is like crazy thing we do. Yeah, it's yeah, like this. So we have it. It's actually, yeah, of course. When you say something positive, something good, it's better to knock on wood. That is actually maybe you prevent bad luck or bad things
Because
from
you believe there the angel or there godness in living in the good. Their godness
in wood.
in the world, yeah.
I didn't get in the word or in what? So I didn't get what you mean. You mean
in the tree or in the world, you believe that their godness living in world, in the world.
we believe that God lives in wood And
Yeah.
because of, no, I
So
have no
you
idea
not,
about it.
so
No,
you
it's
not
like, I
Catholic?
have no idea
You not
about it. Not maybe,
uh,
let me say, maybe, but of course, I have no idea. Just the only thing that I knew that just like, it's bring good luck or maybe avoid bad luck. But I haven't thought about this story. No, we don't believe in. So maybe some people, maybe it comes from this, but it's not. Let me explain something. Actually, the root of or the basic of some superstitions, of course, we know that's exactly maybe the basic and the foundation of maybe the history behind it, the story behind it is maybe or comes from something like this. But after years, people actually don't think and don't have any idea about the background or, for example, the history or the story behind it. They only do something just like a habit because actually, like, they are used to doing. But if we have no, for example, I don't do it, of course. Just we have it, but I don't do this because I don't believe. Of course. Maybe it's like a nature spirit. Maybe it's not got it, but maybe some natural elements. It's not only like trees, like river. They are actually spiritual, maybe like we can say, yes, they're spiritual. So people believe that actually they are elements, spiritual elements, maybe because of this. Yeah. But
okay.
yeah.
You don't believe it.
Yeah, of course I don't.
Okay.
I can't imagine. Yeah. Well, okay. So we talked about this question. So of course, do you believe in superstition? No. And you, of course, explain some of the superstitions in your country. You can read. So of course, there's some suggested answers. So
Yes.
old-fashioned belief, outdated, exactly the same,
What's
like belief. They are the same.
A superstitious person, a superstitious are long believed taboos in our society. Follow it since I was young, feel insecure and dangerous if breaking the taboos once happened to me, so I became more cautious. Not at all old-fashioned belief, not scientifically proved. Take full control of my life. Think that thing they are just coincidence. Do not harm to our life at all.
Of course.
Some superstitions in Vietnam. The first visit,
Really?
The first visitor of the year indicates luck.
So okay, so tell me about it. I can what does it mean? So how?
Yeah. We believe the first visitor of the year indicates luck. Mean that
So how
that
do you
year we will.
know who brings good luck or who brings bad luck? How do you know this? Maybe the first visitor. Okay, if that person brings
about
good.
his success or
Ah.
his character. It depends on his character or his luck, his success or his health. Good. He has good behaviors. A good man, a good character. But yeah, we
Got
choose.
it.
We choose the the person who come to my house in the
Really?
first day.
Do
In
you
the first
invite?
day.
Do you invite them? Do you invite them?
Yes. For For example, my aunt asked my husband come to her house in the first day come to her house in the first day of the year. On the first day of the new year.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. He maybe yes. Tonight I call him and said and says, son, tomorrow you come to my house at 7 o'clock a.m. Oh, is it okay? Because I want you to the first person to come. Yes.
Yeah,
And my husband said
really.
yes or not. Okay.
That
I
is
don't
so
believe. I don't believe. But my mom, my mother-in-law, my aunt believe it.
yeah, that is really
So
interesting.
I'm there to come to someone's house in the first day. In the first
Yeah,
day.
on
On
the
the first
first,
day. On the first
yeah.
day.
Okay, so for
I
example,
avoid.
so if you have an, I don't know, like just unexpected guest, so you don't expect for them, like, and you know that maybe they don't have a good background. So what do you do? Really, what do you do? So it's like, okay, so someone just, comes, and of course, so you know that maybe this is the first visitor, but of course you didn't invite them, just they wanted to visit your house, and you know that maybe this person is not really good one for the first visitor. So what is your reaction? Do you accept? Do you refuse? Because it's
Accept.
important.
We have to accept, but we don't like. Yeah, but maybe
So
old-fashioned
yeah,
idea, old-fashioned belief.
yeah. Like,
Everyone come to my house. I think they bring the good wishes, the best wishes for us in the
yeah.
first day, on the first day. So we welcome on.
Yeah, of course. Got it. So that's so interesting. So you can say, okay, go and come later. Because we are not at
Okay.
home.
No haircut before exam. I don't know. I don't believe it. The first
No.
customer of the day rated good business. The first
Yeah.
customer of the day business. No.
Well,
Oh,
no. No.
tell
Well,
me
okay. Tell me
the
about it.
unexplained event that you encounter of heard about.
Yeah.
Tell me about
Something that
unexplained event.
happened and you heard about it. So someone told you, it's like,
What happened?
what happened? When
What
happened?
did you do? What that person did?
It can be related to superstition, like, because it's like unexplained event, you can't explain it, like what it is, what was the reason. Like, of course, it's directly related to superstition. So have you heard a story? Because you told me that, your grandma, yeah, passed down a lot of stories about, the superstition. So tell me.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Can you help
okay.
me?
Uh, of course, I can't help you because I don't know what happened. But let me say, for example, sometimes some people have some stories, maybe real stories about superstition. Something happened, but there is no logical explanation for it. And they feel like that it was bad luck, or it was like something, I don't know, something related to superstitions that they heard about. So have you ever experienced something like this, or have you ever heard about it?
I don't remember. Maybe yes. I have heard. but now I don't remember.
Yeah.
Because Vietnamese is an Asian culture. They have
Ancient.
a lot of superstitions. I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's like, and I remember that you told me about something. Yeah, maybe in we talked about, like, I don't remember. It was about a dragon. Like, no, what was that? I don't remember. So, uh they had children. What? Oh, I'm getting old. I can't remember. Oh God. What was that? They
Mhm.
someone married to
I
someone.
I have my uncle. He can talk. Uh he can talk to the dead. Yes, and I believe it. I believe him a lot because he helps my husband a lot. Yes, he can talk to God. He can talk to death. Yes, and I am Christian, but I believe there are the dead. There are alive. They are alive after we die. After we
Ah,
die, yes, I believe it.
so
You
that is
don't
really
believe. You don't believe, and you don't believe about the life after we die. Yeah.
the life after death, actually, like, I can say I believe in, because in some, I have no explanation, because I can't say if it's true or not. Like, I'm the one who likes to just accept everything by reason, that why. So since I can't find any reason, I can't say if it's yes or no, but I have no idea about it. So life after we die, it's something really maybe complex matter, and that we can't say that if we live after we die. So life after death, I don't know, maybe, I'm not sure. I don't know. I have no idea about it, but maybe
Mm.
some people believe, yeah, that maybe there is life
I
after
believe
death.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
life after
you
death.
do. Yeah, some people, but I have no idea about it, actually.
Mhm.
But about you, actually, uncle, that was really interesting that and you trust him, that
Yes.
because, yeah, he helped your husband, and it's like, he can communicate with just both dad and, just with God. That is really, and you're Christian. Christian. So because of this, you believe in death and the living exists. So, like, but I don't know, it's
Mhm.
not really easy to talk about it, like
Mhm.
they're alive. I don't
I
know.
saw he talk. He was talking in front of me. In front of me, he talked to the dead. He talked to life. Someone who dead for many years ago. In front of me, he came to my house in Hanoi, and he there a lot of death around him. Yeah. I mean, I live between a lot of death, but I can see them. Yeah, and when he came, many deaths come to talk, to communicate with him. Yes, and when we have a meal, we had a meal together, and he invited on the deck come to have a meal with us.
Wow, so scary.
Yeah, so scary. And they said that, oh, he asked me, what dish? I answer this a fish. This a fish. So he said that the dad asked, why, what is it? The said that what is it? Uh, why don't you give me some fish? The dad asked my uncle. Why didn't he give him some fish? Yeah.
But
Uh,
they can't eat. They are
yeah,
not
they can eat.
visible.
Yeah. But
Okay.
they cannot eat, but they want to eat. And
Wow.
yeah.
So right in front of you, just he's able to talk to the dad. And I didn't know someone who died many years ago. It's a little, I don't know, it's a little maybe different. Uh, because I didn't, it's really scary actually. So how you're not scared? If I were you, I would definitely run
Interesting.
away. I would definitely,
Yeah,
I
I'm
wouldn't do.
scared. I'm more scared, but he said that don't be scared because they are very friendly. They live with you many years around you and protect you and your family there. So don't scare them. They are very good persons. Yeah, he said that. Yeah, and uh, another story. My friend, someone, a girl who dead, who are died already. Uh, he she used my friend's voice, my friend's body to talk to me. Yes, to talk to me. Yeah. She said that my friend stayed at the table and talked to me that she was died in an accident many years ago, and she was hungry. Can you give me some clothes, some thing to eat?
No way.
Yeah.
Because okay, let me okay, you're talking about like spirit, someone who passed away,
Yes.
and then they use your friend's voice and body to talk to you. And how
Talk to not to only me, many college, my college and me in the group in the room. Yeah, they talk to
okay, so
when
I
we
have a
ask.
question. So if
Yes,
it's real, okay, so we consider that it's okay, real, but I want to know that. So why someone who passed away, who died, needs clothes? Okay, so a spirit, I believe in, so a spirit exists around us, but they don't need physical things anymore because of course they don't have that physical body anymore. So if we believe that this is true, so I can't get this spirit. So like, for example, when you talk about, okay, a dad, why a dad needs fish? Why? So yes, they need, I don't know, like something different, something that is not physical, maybe spiritual thing that is acceptable, but I can't get this spirit. Why?
I don't know, but they need food.
Ah,
So they just smell it. They just smell it and they just see it. We burn it. We burned a lot of paper clothes, paper car,
ah,
paper money. We burn it and they can receive it. They
ah,
can receive it when we burn all the thing. So the girl said that she don't have a home now. She is leaving our company for many years, and if I burned a lot of beautiful clothes and food, uh, she will bless me and my
Oh.
company for to have the developed and growth in business. If
Wow.
if we can have her because she said that she will pass away when she was young, so she needs she needs jewelry. She needs clothes, beautiful clothes,
Okay, so
colorful
she
clothes.
passed away and she need jewelry. Okay, so
Yes.
so what do you do there? So you need to burn jewelry?
No,
Yeah.
we have already in paper. We can make it in paper. Many Asian culture Asia culture we make it a lot. So we buy it. We buy it and we burn it. So when my friend talked to me, she closed the eyes. She closed the eyes and she talking. She don't open the eyes.
Oh,
She
wow.
she doesn't
So
talk.
different.
Open. Yeah.
So different. I
I
can
don't believe before that event. After that event, I believe there are life after death.
I don't know, maybe I definitely have no idea about it because it's not really understandable for me. Just, yeah. So I can't say yes or no, as I told you, because it's something that you experience. So it's like, it's definitely out of my mind. So I can't say if it's acceptable, but maybe sometimes you experience some strange, weird things and you believe in something that is real. But of course, as you can see, it's something like unexplained and so it's not easy to understand, really not easy because but I myself, no, I don't believe this step. I'm not sure. So, but it's so scary. I was like, oh, that was so scary.
Yeah.
Like horror movie. Wow, God.
Okay.
No
Yeah.
way. But thank you. It was really interesting. Thank you for sharing. It was really interesting. And especially because that was the first time that I've heard about something like this. That was really interesting. And I learned about another culture. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So again, time to go. So thank you so much. Happy your Independence Day and have a great break with your family. Just enjoy your time.
Yes. Thank you.
You're
You too.
welcome. You're
I'll see
welcome.
you next week.
Next week, of course.
Okay.
Next week, of course. See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Goodbye.